Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for November 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Now that's Monday through Thursday. Now if this is the first time you've joined or watched, or you just like to cross-watch and you don't want to watch the introduction, which will be tagged to all the videos, then just go down right around over there to the description, and there should be a timestamp. You click on that. It's supposed to just jump you right over to the main readings. Okay? Okay. Now, when I am doing Monday through Thursday, I will be using my Radley Valentine decks. I will use my Archangel Power Tarot cards. I will also use my Guardian Angel cards. Now, I've added on, should put my glasses on, my Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies by Frances Monroe and Judy Mastrangelo. I will also use my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, that is going to be for the main readings. Now for this, the introductions, I do a maybe short reading using my Waite Rider or Rider Waite traditional tarots, and I am going to use my Colette Baron Reed The Good Tarot again. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay? Okay. I am getting slowly better from whatever this is. Doctor says it's more allergy prone than anything else, so that's a good thing. Now, the thing that we need to remember so I am waiting for a good frost or a good freeze to just kind of kill all that mold and whatever in the leaves out there. Thank you for all your well wishes. Thank you for your suggestions on some of the herbs. I do like oil of oregano myself, so I want to thank you for that recommendation. Okay, so this week is going to be really interesting. I've talked about it. I've been leading up to it. It's just funny that as we get in towards this week, it's been more of a struggle to get on and to let you be more prepared for this week. This is that type of energy, and everybody's feeling it, and it's just like things are rolling, and then it just feels like it's getting harder and harder. There's more and more of a struggle. I'm not saying that stuff's hitting the fan this week, but this is a really good time energetically for it to hit the fan. Okay. Now, I've talked about the 5th, and I've actually said like the 5th through the 10th of November, that there's a lot of different energies. Jupiter, and towards the end of, actually the 24th of November, Jupiter will be going direct in Pisces, so it's going into that stationary motion again. So it's stationary retro until it starts to stop, and then it'll go stationary direct. So the energies are very strong. Mars energy, because it just went retro, is still very strong also. And the other ones, Saturn just did its flip, so it's still not quite up to its normal speed where you rush through, not rush through something, where you just consistently move. So all of these energies are pretty strong right now. Now, what's going on? The 8th of November, we have a full moon. We have a full moon, and it will be at 6:01 a.m., and this is Eastern Standard Time. So it will be a full moon. It will also be a total lunar eclipse. So some people are saying this will be a blood moon. Now, I read that we will not have an eclipse like a total lunar eclipse, I think it was, for another 2 to 3 years. So this is finishing up the cycle that started in Taurus season, because then it had a full moon eclipse in Scorpio, and now we're in Scorpio and we're having a full moon eclipse in Taurus. So we're just doing this flip. And you have to, you don't have to. You should remember that the South Node, which talks about, or which works with your past, is in Scorpio, and the North Node, which is more your future, is in Taurus. So we have this full moon. We have this eclipse early in the morning, November 8th. We have other things going on. We have Mercury, which is 16 degrees in Scorpio, conjuncting with the sun in Scorpio. Mercury about language, communications, electronic energy here. Scorpio keeps its secrets, but does like to have people tell its secrets. Okay, interesting energy there. So Scorpio keeps its secrets, but likes to discover secrets, wants secrets to come out. So we've got some interesting, maybe communication with that. We have the full moon, which is, is also going to be conjuncting with Uranus, again Taurus. So Uranus, now that's a strong favorable. And when I say favorable, I don't mean that it's going to be all favorable for us per se, but it's where they really work well together. So the full moon in Taurus conjuncting with Uranus in Taurus. So Uranus is so it's a little stronger energy for this full moon because it's Taurus, all this, Uranus, expect the unexpected. And then we've got this eclipse. So it's really an extremely strong thing right there. It is trining, so conjuncting, trining is still these favorable energies, meaning that it makes things stronger. That's going to be trining with Pluto and Capricorn, and then we have some stuff with Neptune, and then of course Jupiter. The thing that's interesting is that it will be squaring with Saturn in Aquarius, and my good old Saturn in Aquarius. I have talked about that so many times, about Saturn in Aquarius, illusion versus reality. So we have the ninth where the Sun in Scorpio will be opposing Uranus. We have also where Mercury in Scorpio will be opposing Uranus. So again, there's this clashing of these energies there. And then we have Mercury Mercury in Scorpio squaring Saturn. So I'm going to post my little cheat sheet here so you can take a look at it. I'll post it in my blog on my website so you can take a look and see what that's all about. Now, I'm sorry, I'm not going to stop. Normally I try to cut out for my coughs, but I was thinking about how, this came to me just the other day. So November 7th. 11 plus 7. So that is an 18 energy. 1 plus 8, so we're going to bring it down. 1 plus 8 is a 9 energy. So if we take the year 2022, that becomes a 6. So we take that, so we take 9 plus 6. My mind was just going this way. And we come to 15. 15, if we go into our major arcana cards, 15, and this would be Monday energy, would be the devil card. And that is, the devil card to me is, well, for one thing, fear is a tool of the devil, but the devil card is also choosing whether or not you're going to face your fears, choosing whether or not you're going to free yourself from a situation where you are losing your humanity. So that in itself is interesting. To me it is. Then we go to 11 plus 8. So 11 plus 8 is 19. We add that together. So we add that together. Where am I going even with this? So I had this 11 plus 8 is 19. Then we bring that, so that becomes a 10. 10 plus 6, okay? 10 plus 6 is the Tower card, which popped out for us. The Tower card is, again, when everything has to be pulled out. The rug is pulled out from underneath our feet. There's a lot of destruction, but there's also a lot of this destruction is really the destruction of dark energies, of evil energies, and there's a lot of exposure with the Tower too. It feels horribly uncomfortable. We don't necessarily like this, but it has to be done in order for that to happen. So now we go to 11-9. So 11-9, we add that together. We have a 20. So we go to that, am I going right? 11 plus 9 is that. I had this all in my head. So 11 plus 9 is 20. So we go to our, anyway, I had it so that it would come out to so we go to 20. Oh, no. Okay, I'm messing up with that one. It'll come back to me anyway. But so we have our 15, we have our 16, and we have our, so 11 to 11, 11, oh, okay, so it all came down to, so I had the 11, and I had, so that was a 2. 11 became that 2. 2 became plus 9. It became 11 again. 11 plus 6 became a 17. And 7, blame my drugs, I'm sorry. Not my drugs, you know what I'm saying, cold medicine, allergy medicine. But that became the star card. That became the star card. And then on November 10th, if you're bearing with me at all, that becomes a 3, and 3 plus 6 becomes a 9, and that becomes our Hermit card. So, there's a lot of, so we have the fear card, overcoming fear, facing fears, should we choose, things falling apart, the destruction of an older system happening. Then we come to that star card, which is all about hope. And then we come to that Hermit card, which is about really connect with higher power and pray. So let's see what this week is all about really going to happen. I'm just saying, and again, I'm not saying horrible things. I'm just saying, if anything, if the stuff was to hit the fan, this would be a good week for it to do it. Okay, let's see. This card was the first one to fall out of the deck. You know that anything reversed is a little bit stronger. So let's see what we've got going here. So here we are. Okay, so here we are, and that one is not reversed. Okay, let's go on back to here. Anyway, we've got the Tower card. See, something's trying to keep me from doing my readings here. So we've got the Tower card. It is reversed. This is a 16 energy. So we have the 1 and the 10. So 1 new beginning, 10 transitional energy. 6 is the number of man. It's the energy you put into something yourself. Now you add that together, it becomes a 7. 7 then is divine energy, divine healing, divine umbrella. But this is where I was going with the numbers, especially that 8. This is where things have to fall out. This is where things have to change. It can no longer be what it is. It's no longer safe. It's no longer righteous, or if it ever was righteous. Now again, we have the crown. We have this crown that's kind of toppling over. We have people that are just basically giving up, or basically, just moving on. But the thing that we're never really seeing is, what are they actually jumping into, or what are they jumping from? So it's interesting energy. I did read something, or I heard something that I liked about the Tower. I did like when somebody said it's the destruction of evil. So then we have our 6, again, number of man. This is a major arcana card 2. And this is the lover energy. This is kind of that energy that takes you back. We've got an Adam and Eve type of energy here, because we've got the fruits, we got the serpent, and I never go down that route with this card. We've got this Holy Spirit, we've got this source, not quite sure, this angelic energy. There is, in many ways, there is a blessing to be had. There is, so, hopefully that this is something that's very, very positive. The Lover's card does bring about a lot of healing, does bring a lot of, kind of putting you on the right track, whether it be comfortable or not. Okay, let's see what we have. So we have something, whatever this is, it is something that is to help, or to help heal with whatever all this pressure, all this stressors that are coming. So I always love the the man is looking at the woman, and looking at the woman, they're both naked, they're both very, very vulnerable. They're not necessarily covering themselves up, which is one of those things that after the fall, the story of the fall, that they were ashamed, but they're just standing there totally exposed, and the woman is looking up at the divine creature. So it's there's the sun behind. So I do feel that it's a very positive energy. I do feel it's a very positive resolution. I do feel that it's going to be, whatever this is, it's going to be very illuminating. Okay, so now next card is, okay, we go back to the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, so Court cards have underlying energies, and we have our four energies. Our first energy is our earth energy, or according to our court cards, our earth energy, which is the page's underlying energy. That is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, money, job, career. Then we go to our night energy, and that is our fire energy. That is our Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Now, Sagittarius energy will be popping itself more and more as we get a little further down November. So it's passionate, burning, very determined energy. Then we have our queens, which is our water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Pisces and Scorpios, very big players right now. And then we have our sword energy, which is our air energy, Aquarius, Libra, and Mars. Thought processes, thinking things through, making plans. Now, the Page of Swords has been having some difficulties for me. So we have our earth energy, money, job, career. We have our sword energy, Aquarius, Libra, and Mars. I mean, and I keep saying Mars, but I mean Gemini. But that Mars energy seems to be creating a little bit of a, it's a little bit of a problem accepting what you might have accepted in the future. I mean, accepted in the past. It's a problem with that. It's like things aren't, it's like we're not in Kansas anymore. We're facing some things that we may not have faced before. However, the Page has a very enthusiastic energy, believes that things are possible. All things are possible for the good. The Page, the Page of Swords, it, says, okay, you have a challenge, bring it on, bring it on. I kind of get this with this Page, even though he's carrying a sword. I'm kind of get this, I'm ready. Like batter up, I'm ready. I'm ready to come out. I'm ready to start swinging. I'm ready for some action energy here. So not to say that things are easy, because they're never easy per se, but this Page is definitely ready for whatever is coming. Okay, so interesting that, let's see, again, I was going to do my Osha Zen Tarot. I was thinking I will do that on the Monday through Thursday, and then it's like, nope, Colette Barron Reed wants to come and talk. So let's see what you're going to be bringing up here. Let's see what you're going to bring up. Okay, come on. Higher power, what do you want to say through these cards? What do you want to say? Here we go. So, like I said, we don't know, but I do go with whatever I was talking about with those numbers. It made perfect sense to me before. That Hermit, it was kind of like after everything, there's hope. There's lots of, wonderful possibilities, but, that Hermit energy for that 10th, it was very much, maybe we need to do some praying to, Source, Holy Spirit, God, whoever that is to you. Okay, let's see what we've got here. The Nine of Water. Oh, I love that we took this because this is the wish card. The 9 is, let's wrap it all up. So after a week that could be very, very energetically stressing. And remember, the full moon is always a time that affects our bodies, our world. So there is a little bit of a intensity with the full moon. It's also a time when I say to release, relinquish, and request. Like 3 days before, 3 days after, release what's holding you back, relinquish what you don't need anymore, and request what you do want in your life, what you do want in your world. Okay? So this is the 9 of Water. This is the 9 of Cups. Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And this is the wish card. So this is a time, and remember, this is a universal type of energy here going on. This is a time where there's a lot of positive possibilities to be had. A lot of things can be made possible this week. Okay? Just putting that out there. Let me know what you think. Remember, I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power and just say, hey, what do you want to say? Please take that moment to do the like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. As always, we will start our readings now. Hello, my Cancers, and how are you? Well, full moon time, total eclipse time, powerful energies are happening, And that Uranus, when I say expect the unexpected, it doesn't mean that it has to be bad. Doesn't mean it has to be good. It's just something that's like, didn't see that one coming. So, and again, remember what I'm always telling you too, two things. One is I don't worship the moon. Look at it as a divine creation. And I just feel very close to God's source, Holy Spirit, higher power, when I'm looking up at that moon. Anyway, the other thing is, no matter what's going on in the world, we still need to live our lives. Okay, so when I was doing the introduction and I was doing my numbers, how I did that was I made November an 11. And then 11 became a 2. So 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 plus the 6 is, 9 plus 6 was 15. So then also that would mean that besides November 9th being 17, the star card, all about hope, that would also be that 2 plus 10 would be 12. 12 plus 6 would be 18, and that would be the moon card. So, and again, we're under a very majestic type, a magical type of moon. You are the moon baby, so definitely get out there and make use of this energy, okay? So let's see what we've got going on for my Cancers for this week. Let's see what we've got going on for you, my Cancer. So, two things. One is the moon does make you feel a little more emotional, but that's okay. It's going to be very cleansing for you. But then I get that thing with Mars and Gemini, and I just feel like the cleansing may be a very verbose cleansing. It might be, and I'm not saying that you're going to lose your temper per se, but you might be very, I feel like you might be very focused on a message or messages that you need to give. How's that? Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. And I don't feel emotional. My Cancers, we always, that's the part, we don't want to be crying. We don't want to be, not because we're not feeling that. It's more that we want to make sure that the message is gotten through and not being, can't be misread or mislabeled, okay? So yeah, I feel very focused energy. I do feel like with Mars and Gemini right now that you're going to be expunging, you're going to be detoxing quite a bit this coming week with this full moon. Okay, so hey, use that. But remember, release, relinquish, request. First card reversed, here we go. The Chariot. So we have a 7. 7 is a divine number, like I've said, divine umbrella covering. The Chariot is an energy. It's Archangel Metatron. He was believed to have been Enoch before the flood, walked on the earth as man was transfixed and changed into an archangel because he found favor with God. That's how the story goes with that. Metatron, they still have this connection, and Metatron still remembers what it's like to be human. So it's a really good angel to connect with, to kind of plead your case, if you want to even say it that way. The Chariot is about things that you don't necessarily control, and you're going to have some faith. You're going to have some trust. You're going to have some control over you. Like I said, I don't think you're going to, even though you might feel very strongly, it's not like you're losing your emotional energy, your emotional control, but it is something you have to control yourself, but you have to have faith that something else higher than you will be controlling the situation. The Chariot actually, while it's a very fast-moving energy to me, it is a very positive energy. It's, again, you need to make sure that you're giving control up to God's source, whoever that is. God take the wheel, higher power take the wheel, whoever you want to call take the wheel. You need to just have trust. You need to have faith, and you need to just go along with the ride. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. In fact, the Chariot has a very wonderful outcome. The Chariot wins the race. Okay? So, determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. And the thing about it is, if you think here, standing in the Chariot does not hold the reins, is not controlling where these horses are going, has to have trust. But your trust is rewarded then, okay? And I'm not going to say it's not rewarded per se in the natural as much as it's rewarded in the natural, but not by the natural. It's rewarded by the supernatural. Okay, next card is the sun. The sun. So now we have a 19. We have a 1, 0, new beginning, 10, transition. 9 is our, let's wrap it up. It's all over. You've got everything you need. We have 1 plus 9 is a 10. 10, transition. 1 becomes a 1, new beginning. Archangel Uriel brings light to dark. Dark cannot stand. It cannot be where light is. It has to leave, or it has to dissipate, or it has to be absorbed by the light. So Uriel is the angel that brings light, okay? So there could be something that maybe you're waiting to understand, and all of a sudden it's like it comes to light. So that's the kind of energy, that's what I keep hearing. It comes to light. Things come to light. But Uriel is also a Leo energy. I'm sorry, the sun is also a Leo energy. So there is a fire energy here too. Passionate, burning, very determined energy. The sun is also about rewarding, is about a good job. The sun is also saying, the sun will come out. But again, I keep getting the things come to light. And again, it's because, the part of this is your trust. And part of this is that it just, whatever it was that I was saying earlier, just that, it's almost like a detox type of energy for you. Anyway, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. So this lovely energy for you. Here we go. Let's see what this one is. The 9 of Raphael. So we have a 71999917. Interesting. Now, the 9 of Raphael is the 9 of water. The Raphael, water, is your energy. Also Scorpio, also Pisces. You might find there's something that's coming to light next week or this coming week for you. Again, light is light. Things are coming to light. Things are being answered. This is the wish card. We did get the wish card in our universal readings, but this is, again, release, relinquish, but request. Make sure you're doing that, my Cancers. There's something very positive coming for you, or coming to you. Make a wish. Dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. It's almost like things are just lifted off of your shoulders for a change. I like that. I love that for my Cancers. My Cancers, I want this for you. So this is love. Okay, I love this. I love this. I feel going into this week, I'm very aware of what the planetary energies are like, and I've been talking about that. If you've not been listening to me, I've been talking about it. I was a little blunter, I think, in this introduction, but it doesn't mean that things are going to be, that things have to be, horrifying or horrible, or I shouldn't say that, or changeable. Well, they can be changeable, but they can have some wonderful changes with it too. So I'm not afraid of this week here at all. Not afraid of it. It's like, yes, this has to happen. But your energies, I love it. I love your energies here, my Cancers. So I digress. Here, let's get back to my Cancers. Guardian angels, what else do we want for my Cancers here? Here we go. Tell me. And this one is reversed. Guardian of emotion. So this is the King of Cups, the King of Water. King, water energy, your energy. Underlying energy is our air energy. Aquarius, Libra, and also Gemini. So it kind of goes with what I was saying in the beginning also. Here we are. This situation requires emotional maturity and total trust. You're surrounded by those who have only the best of intentions, so you can rely on the advice you're given. Challenges can be resolved. This card also indicates a generous humanitarian and refined person whom you can completely depend on. This could be a reference to those characteristics within yourself. So again, like I said in the beginning, this is, the King of Water it has gone through the emotional roller coasters, has ups, downs, everything that, beyond everything that you can imagine. But yet he comes out with a very high emotional quotient. He's very high with his emotional maturity. And that's what I was trying to say in the beginning. He says it better. Anyway, let's see what we've got here with the inspirational wisdom for my angels and fairies, for my Cancers. Here we go. Here we go. What do you have for us? Okay, this one is reversed also. Starlight. Oh, she's pretty. Okay, you have been upset in the past by the actions of others, but now is the time for you to say enough and live your own life. Wow, wow. Starlight. You have been upset in the past by the actions of others, but now is the time for you to say enough and live your own life. You tell me what that means. It kind of fits, doesn't it? You tell me. Anyway, things are brought to light. Let the light shine. Okay, here we go. What crystal or energy for my Cancers do we have here? What do we have for my Cancers here? Okay. I love this. Thank you, God. I love it, love it, love it. Here we go. Iolite. Magical powers, feminine divine, work connections, inspirations. Love it. This is what we've been waiting for, something like this, my Cancers. Yeah, I know it's stepping up. I know it's, but it's kind of like there's a wonderful, that Mars and Gemini, I just feel like it's got your back. I feel like it's got your back. And being that it's in Gemini, you're gonna be really quick-witted. So if you have any Gemini in your sign, look at your your natal chart. That's only going to be amplified that much more. Anyway, my Cancers, take a moment, please, to do that like, share, subscribe, and clicking on the bell for notifications. As always, my Cancers, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.